Hello everyone, this is Fugeki, and we are live. God, I love the song. I know, just hearing the song makes me happy. It has that vibe to it, you know, it has that power. We love it. So I'm just gonna close that. Am I on? Yes, awesome. Let me reduce the volume, although I do really like the song. I'm actually gonna replay it, if you guys don't mind. I'm gonna replay it. So, how is everybody doing today? Is everybody having a good day, a good evening, depending on where you are in the world, maybe even a good morning? Did y'all have a good day today? Anything special happened? On my part, nothing crazy, to be honest. It wasn't crazy. It was just kind of a little unexpected. So yesterday's stream went basically 3 hours later than expected. So I went to bed very late, and I overslept this morning and blah 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 and all of that good stuff. So today was like a day for like kind of like pest control, like, you know, when they like spray apartments. It's like they do that every year here. Like I just moved here, so I didn't know that they do that, but what they do is they just go around in all apartments and they do like sprays and stuff, whatever, to keep like bugs, cockroaches, and like all that stuff like out. And that was today. And basically when they do that, you need to empty like everything, like, you know, like all the cupboards, the kind of like everything that has like doors or drawers or whatever, like something that's like locked in. You need to empty all of that. They just spray like all this like product inside, and they suggest that basically you would not be around for about 4 hours. So I woke up this morning because I heard the landlord knocking on the doors to be like, oh, just like, you know, letting you know, like, we're about to come with like pest control, be ready, blah, blah, blah. And I was kind of like, shit, I didn't empty anything. So I was gonna just woke up like in a rush of just kind of clearing everything up, you know, like putting everything away. I just transferred everything to the bedroom, and I, you know, put everything on the floor, and just like kind of like really intense. I didn't got time to, you know, like brush my teeth, a shower. I didn't do anything. I just kind of rushed, you know, to do that happen. And then the moment I was done and ready to go was exactly the moment that like they knocked on my door to be like, oh, okay, we're here, it's your turn now. The guy was waiting in front of the door with like his machine to be able to do that. So it's like I woke up, I in a rush, I did this, and then it's just like, oh, and now you thank you, but you have to be out of your apartment for 4 hours. So I was kind of like, fuck. So I just like took a backpack, I threw a book in there, I put some like grocery bags, like some plastic bags like that we do, reusable bags for groceries, and a bunch of different stuff, and I just left, you know, like in a hurry. That was my morning. Like no shower, no brushing teeth, everything packing up like crazy shit, whatever, and just like dump everything in the backpack and leave. So I'd have to leave for like 4 hours today. Give me 1 second, just gotta pick up my tea. All right, drinking a little puer tea tonight. A puer tea is an aged tea. It's like kind of like wine, basically, the wine of tea, I guess. Anyway, all that to say that this is my morning. It was like super in a rush, and then what I did is I brought one of my book from school. I'm reading one of the translations of Dogen's work. For those who don't know Dogen, he's like the one of the founder. He's the founder of one of the most important and prolific Zen school in the history of Japan. He lived in between. He was born in 1200 and he died in 1252. He's one key scholar that I study a lot for my own work, and he's gonna be a part of my dissertation. So anyway, right now I'm reading some translations of his before actually translating some of his passages in classical Japanese. But anyway, he's such a brilliant scholar, brilliant writer, brilliant, you know, person, brilliant monk, brilliant everything, and he's like a freaking genius, you know, like for his time. And even for modern time, he'd be considered a genius in the stuff that he wrote about. Like, you know, some of his theories of time are still shattering to this day, kind of thing. Anyway, so I brought the book and I went into a beautiful place by the beach. For those who don't know, I live close by a beach that's on Lake Ontario, which is one of the biggest like 5 lakes in North America. It looks like a sea, pretty much. It feels like an ocean when you're there. You can't see the end. You can't see the horizon. You can't see the other shore. It's just too massive. And so I just sat there. There was like a flat rock, and I sat there and I meditated for about like 30 minutes, which is, I always do meditation almost every day now, for about, I don't know, it depends on the day, but I tried to do it maybe for like 30 minutes or something. So I did it this morning. I did 30 minutes. And then after that, I found another rock that was like, there was a rock that was like this on the floor, and then another rock that was like this. I was like, dude, it's literally a seat. Like, it's calling me. So I just sat there with my book and I read that for about an hour. Eventually, my fiance joined me, and when she arrived, we just went on a walk. The patios are open here in Toronto now, so we went to grab a snack on a patio. Then I did groceries with her, and then we came back to the apartment, and the rest of the day is just kind of like a chill day, relax, and like all that stuff. But it started very intensely, and then it just kind of like died down a little bit. It didn't die down. It just kind of like became a normal day after. But oh, it felt so good this morning though when I was there on the beach, sitting on that rock, meditating, and then I was doing all of my, like reading Dogen, which is such, like, just reading him is a meditation. Like, he's such a fantastic writer, and the translations of the book that I'm working with is actually, like, good translations. Like, I think there's probably a few stuff that is, like, not really accurate, that it's written in a way that it is academic, but it's written in a way that is kind of, like, made to be easily understood, I guess. So I think that sometimes they change words that give a different meaning than what it was initially conveyed. This is why for my dissertation I go straight to the classical Japanese and I don't like rely on the translations. But anyway, I only rely on my own translations is pretty much what I say. But yeah, just reading him, he's such a fantastic writer. He's world-shattering, really, and I don't know, it's just amazing. So that was that today. This feeling that I had in my body and in my heart and my soul today to just be, I don't know, it felt so at peace in these moments, and I felt like I don't know, I just felt calm, relaxed. I felt like in tune. I feel connected, and all of that stuff is just, that's the feeling that I want to have like every single day of my life. So yeah, so I'm hoping I'm gonna go back to meditate at that same spot tomorrow. It's a little further walk. Normally I would walk 5 minutes to get to where I was. This might be maybe like 8 minutes, you know, so it's not that much further. And if that place like helps me more get in tune to myself when I sit there on that rock, then I think this is gonna be my new meditation morning spot. But anyway, so I'll have to let you guys know. But yeah, and today, going back to the stream, because I was kicked out of the apartment for 4 hours today, I was not able to upload the video of like my first my heroic runs of yesterday, which was Botanica. I also did not I did a little video when I was live. I did a little video of like how to do primal moon cloth. So I filmed myself, did a little like, you know, chit-chatty, and I'm gonna go and like edit the other parts out and just keep that and make a video out of it, like a little tutorial to show online. But yeah, anyway, I wanted to have that video out today, but I didn't manage to do it because I was out all day. And the rest of the day was pretty much a little rush. So yeah, anyway, that's what happened with me today. Overall, it was a good day. I really liked it. And this like, these are the days, like, you know, when I'm able to embody this like peaceful, harmonious feeling inside me. It's like not necessarily like a milestone, but it's like you know, like, these are moments that when I look back, I'm like, this is how I want to feel. You know, they become like a template. Yeah, a template is the right word. They become a template for how I would like to feel every single day, like at all times, pretty much. So because I feel like today I've kind of had a little bit of that like template, the emotion, the way I felt today sitting on that rock meditating and reading my book was just like a template of how I want my entire life to feel. So that was good. That was good in that sense, you know. I really liked it. But today we're just gonna log in to basically do our heroic daily. For some reason, in my description of the thing and on my thumbnail on YouTube, it's actually first Heroic Mechanar, because I thought it's like Mechanar daily, but it's not Mechanar. It's Alcatraz. So it's just a huge clickbait. Basically, I'm not doing Mechanar. I'm doing Alcatraz, because I need my daily heroic done for the day. So this is what we're gonna be trying to do tonight. We're gonna try to get a group. We're gonna try to get it going, and obviously finish it is the goal. So let's just dive right into it, chat. Let's just dive right into it. Okay. Anyone needs a healer for heroic? What's it called? Okay, let's make our little macro. It is Alcatraz, right? Let me just double check, because now I'm starting to doubt myself. Alcatraz. Yeah, it is Alcatraz. Okay. Sorry, chat. Just need to adjust my screen here a little bit. Awesome. Okay. Alcatraz. Oh, Mechanar was yesterday. It wasn't, but it was Botanica. I feel. No, I farmed Botanica for the rep, and then The Heroic was Mechanar. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, okay. The Arcatraz. All right, and now let's just spam that macro. I was able yesterday to do the at the rep to be able to get the Warp Forge key, which means that basically, chat, look at this, okay? Look at this. Cenarian Expedition, revered. Honor Old, revered. Consortium, revered. Lower City, revered. Aldor, honored. We're working on it. Shatar, revered. And then we have Keepers of Time, revered. So it literally means that, like, all of my, basically all of my keys for heroic dungeons are done. I've done anything is farmed. Now I need to farm a Cenarian stuff. Yeah, I need to farm Cenarian Expedition. Well, hello there. Yeah. I need to farm Cenarian Expedition Rep to get to Revered because I want the, there's an item there that I need. Is he in my guild? Pad, let me check. Yeah, like all my keys are farmed, right? Like every single one of my keys are farmed. See, you have it here, right? Just to double check. Keepers of Time. So everything with respect to Caverns of Time is unlocked on Heroic. Everything in Auchindoun is, which is Terragar Forest, is unlocked doing the key. Everything in Coilfan Reservoir, which is in Zengamarch, is unlocked Heroic. Everything in Hellfire Citadel, which is Hellfire Peninsula, is unlocked for Heroics. This is the key to go to Arcatraz. This is the Karazhan Attunement key. And then you have Tempest Keep dungeons on Heroic. So all the Tempest Keep, which is the one in Netherstorm. So basically, the only zone... So I unlock the key to here, I unlock the key to here, I unlock the key to here, and to here. The only two zones that I don't have keys in is Blade's Edge and Shadow Moon Valley, but there's literally no dungeons there. Like, there's gonna be a raid here and a raid there, but the rest is none of that. You know, there's nothing there. So basically, like, I'm done farming rep for dungeons, for unlocks, whatever. Everything is there, everything is ready, everything is unlocked. Now the only thing that I need is rep to farm gear, right? So I need rep for like Cenarian Expedition to go to Exalted because I need the offend from them, which is like my best in slot. And if it's not that, I need the I need Revered with Caverns of Time because I need the bracers. But one thing I should check though, I want to check that. Okay, let's try. So Aldor, Exalted. What do I get with Exalted? I get this, the Golden Spell Thread, which is incredible. I absolutely need that. And you also get these this one. Permanently adds 33 healing and 4 MP5 to shoulders, which is insane. So I want this. So I need Exalted with Aldor. That's for sure. That's like the next step kind of thing. Revered, I already have anything. Okay, so let's go to Shatar. See this? Enchant Glove Threat. Teaches you how to permanently enchant gloves to increase the threat that the wearer generates against monsters. I think Shatar is good because it has this, but I need Exalted anyway because of the Gravel of Pure Light. Gravel of Pure Light is absolutely incredible. It's really insane. The only thing is it's gonna be beaten. It's gonna be better. No, it's not gonna beat the okay. God damn it. I love this song. So yeah, the Gravel of Pure Light is good, but it's gonna be beaten by the mace from PvP. So, okay, lower city. I could have dodge to cloak, which is okay, but I don't think it's worth it to me to go like freaking all the way. This I need. This I absolutely need, but I need to get enchanted anyway for the these bracers are absolutely insane. And the trinket is good too. Like I you know, just for the resilience at the beginning, like I won't have any resistance almost at all in the beginning, so I think it's gonna be useful. Then the Violet Eye, there's this enchant weapon, greater agility, which I don't know if it's available or anything. Like I don't know how to get Violet Eye rep. I think it might be doing Karazhan or something. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, the only thing I would need from there would exclusively be this formula, which requires Exalted, so it's kind of shitty, but whatever. Scales of Sands, we're not there yet. So Snare and Ward, obviously we're looking at the this, like this, you know, who wouldn't want that mount? It looks absolutely incredible. But the Windcaller's Orb is the best in slot for offend. It's absolutely amazing. But I can get this, the Enchant Cloak Stealth. It just makes it better for stealth. It's not super crazy, it's not mandatory, whatever, but I really do believe that it's probably gonna be like maybe even like the best in slot enchants for cloaks. For rogues in PvP. That's what I think. I'm not sure if it's the case, but okay, let's try to see real quick if there's loot for us in here. Alcatraz. Okay, there's nothing on heroic for us. Okay, consortium. I don't have anything with the consortium that's relevant for me at exalted. So Revered is just what I needed to get the enchant Ring of Striking, and I got it. And yeah, so I got that. I don't need to farm anything else with the Consortium ever again. Ashdog, we're not there yet. Sporagar. Maybe that. Maybe that, but even still. Okay, I'll want these recipes. So basically what I need is just friendly with Sporagar, which is pretty nice. Get Honor Old. I don't, this might be actually really good for something like this might be good for you know, like obviously what's it called, like warlocks or whatever that want to like reduce their threat so they can go really bomb really hard on healing and whatnot. So I think that might be like good, but it's not really like super like mandatory. I think I already got my Ring of Convalescence, which is my pre-red Besson slot, so I got that, pretty happy. And I got the chest, so Honor Hold is done. Kurenai, what can I get with Kurenai? Okay. Oh, people need honored with Kurenai because of the drums, right? Yeah. I don't need anything from Kurenai. So I could literally let that slip completely and not do anything about it. So basically, Aldor I need. Aldor, Shatar, Keepers of Time, it's an expedition. Yep. I wonder who's the tank. I kind of hope it's the druid, to be honest. Okay, I think we're all set. Dungeon and raid. Let's just make sure. Let's just look at what can we have. Arcatraz, heroic. Oh, we got a Boomy. Yes, I love Boomies. So the tank is the warrior. Alright, so this was on normal. Alright chat, love to see we already start and we have all of these magnificent buffs on us. I'm going to buff myself with the intel. Actually, I'm going to wait later in the instance. I'd rather have this for like, you know, last boss kind of thing. Okay, this is a good test to see how much heals I'll have to pump on this guy. Yep, that was well, that's a good start. Did we just waste the B-res on this guy? Alright, so I think as long as the pull remain as they are, we should be okay. Taking so much damage. This is ridiculous. Okay, priority on the heal, priority on the tank at all times. Okay, give me 1 second, chat. So always pre-palm, because palm is not going to generate aggro for us anyway. And as soon as they arrive, I'm going to renew. I'm going to get ready to pump up some big heals, because he will absolutely need it. Okay, I'm gonna keep pumping the biggest heals that I can. Woo. And I never had to spam Great to Heal rank 7 on a tank. Ever. Ever. Okay, I'm gonna stay ahead of the curl by just spamming my Great Heal rank 2. Gonna spam my rank 7 now. Oh. He's dead. Oh, okay, Chad. You see what happened? It's like I had this. You have like it's the poison they put that after a bit it spawns them. All right, chat. Ooh, this is gonna be a rough one. This is gonna be a rough one. Okay, we got an improved renew, so I'm just gonna renew the tank. Alright, gonna drink. Make sure I'm full because these guys hurt. Holy shit! What's wrong with mobs here? What's wrong with them? Did he dispel the enrage? Oh, I feel like I'm gonna whine after the end of each and a single pull. Is just too much. At least our DPS pumped like a lot. Ooh. This is rough. This is rough. I think he's coming. Okay, okay. I could just use pots all the time here too because of the... I'm gonna throw in a renew as much as possible because my renew gets buffed by my trinket. So fine's going fine. So this one I'll have to just pop everything. I have to use my Shadow Fiend, my energy and whatnot, my pots. I can't dispel it.
This vessel is beware. Darkness consumes. Beware. 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 The shadow with the void beckons.
Okay, we manage. Man, this tank Kimmy thinking we're doing normal. Like, hell of a surprise, bro. What's up? What's up, Cruel Decisions? How are you doing, buddy? How is life treating you, and how is your WoW journey treating you as well? Where are you at right now? Still grinding? And if there's one expansion that you know, grinding is the name of the game, it's definitely TBC. I think TBC is even more grindy than vanilla was. Not vanilla, like classic or whatever. Back in my day, there was no classic, okay? It was just vanilla. Finally in TV, yay! Awesome! How is the sorry, I'm doing a heroic right now, and it's an absolute pain. Our tank is completely undergeared. He gets crushed at every single freaking pull. It's absolutely horrendous. So I'm gonna be a little more focused on the game that I normally am, so I'm sorry. But how are you feeling going into the TBC content? How are you liking it so far? Too hard to quest, shit ton of rogues, and first sperms camping. That's yeah. That sucks, man. It's fun though. It is fun, but I don't know. It's just what server are you on? Holy shit. This dude almost literally two-shot my tank. Sulfurous. Is it like, are you like heavily disfavored in terms of like the ratio Horde versus Alliance? For sure there's more Horde, but there's at the moment a ton of Alliance players camping. Okay. What hurt us here is that the first chance I got to heal, he was already at 20%. Ooh, this is rough. This is rough, to say the least. It is, it's absolute pain. For sure, yeah. I feel like if, you know, like Alliance, and I think that there's also like, you know, people are getting, I know it's not like, it's kind of like a shitty thing or like whatever, but people are getting ready for like arenas and stuff and need to farm honor. And it's kind of really hard to farm honor in, you know, like an arena if you lose all the time, or BGs take a very long time and it's always like pre-mades and like all of that stuff. So maybe for people, they're kind of like, oh, my best way to farm arena points outside of arena whenever I can is to just like camp people in the open world. Especially if you're a rogue, it's so easy. You just stealth and you just kill and you never get killed kind of thing, you know? It's still lame. It's still lame as hell. I absolutely despise people that just like camp outside in world PvP and stuff. Especially rogues. It's just like you're just there minding your own business, questing whatever, and then you hear the sound of a cheap shot and you're just like, of course, you know. But one thing you should do anyway, if you can, is consider leveling to dungeons, because like you need to farm reputation like a lot. I don't know if you were there last time I talked about it, but basically the most important thing in TBC is not XP, it's reputation. So like, and you're gonna shoot yourself in the foot if you do all the quests in the zone and then you try to do dungeons, whatever, because dungeons don't give you rep past honored. So what you do is you farm dungeons like crazy while leveling. That's what you do. You just farm dungeons to level. And then whenever you reach honored with that faction, then you do all the quests in the region. If you do it in the separate order, you're gonna end up at level 70 with like half of the XP that you could have gotten. Oh damn, I won this loot. I wonder if it sells. Oh, it's a shaman shield. I feel like it's trash. Yeah, I spam red parts and blood furnace, exactly. Honored at the moment, awesome. Should I do the same with the other dungeons? Yes, absolutely. What you should be doing is, like you did, you farm... but he gets big because he summons a portal on the ground. If you move him out, it loses the end rage. Sorry, I just had to explain to the tank what was going on. Yeah, so what you should do, you should always, when you get into a new zone, like when you're gonna get in Zangarmarsh, you're gonna do Slave Pen and Underbogs, and you're gonna do that until honored, and then you do the quests of that reputation in the particular place. So basically, you're gonna do like, right now you've done Blood Fire, Blood Furnace, and you did Blood Furnace and what's it called? Blood Furnace and Hellfire Citadel. And basically, what you're gonna do is do all the quests in Hellfire, in Honor Hold, all the quests in the zone of Hellfire Peninsula that give you Honor Hold rep. And when you're gonna be finished, with all of these, then you move to Zangarmarsh. And you do the same thing in Zangarmarsh. You're gonna do all of the quests in, you're gonna do all the stuff with Slave Bend and Underbog until you reach Honored. And then when you reach Honored, you do all the quests that gives you Scenario and Expedition rep. And then you move to Terracar Forest. And you just keep doing that all the time. Doing that is gonna make it that whenever, like, just to give you an idea, okay? I released to repair, forgot to, it's okay. Basically, you'll reach when you're gonna be level with that system, which is the same one that I use. I'm gonna show you. Like, I got to level 70 like maybe like a week ago. I played quite a bit, but I didn't do like a ton of things. And look at that, I'm revered with Scenario and Expedition, because in order to do heroics, you need to be revered. When you revere, you buy one of these keys. So like key to Caverns of Time, key to Auchenai dungeons, key to Reservoir. So that's like Scenario and Expedition. This is Hellfire, Citadel, Honorhold, Expedition, or Thrallmar, if you're Horde, whatever. So you reach Revered, and when you go Revered, you go to the rep vendor and you buy these keys. And when you buy these keys, they allow you to do the heroic version of that particular dungeon. So if you blitz to go to level 70 as fast as possible and you have no rep, you reach level 70, but you cannot do heroics because you're not revered yet. So that's why blitzing to level 70 is not really super useful, because what's more important is for you to have the rep, because it's only because of the rep that you'll be able to get the gear that you need. So using the method that I just told you is a method that focuses on the rep rather than the XP. It's gonna be a little slower leveling, but when you're gonna level, you're gonna reach level 70 and you're gonna already have like most of your reputation either very far into honor or already revered. So like I leveled up, I dinged about like a week ago or so, and I'm already revered with Scenario and Expedition, Honor Hold, Consortium, Lower City, Shatar, and Keepers of Time. So all of the dungeons that require revered to do a heroic, I have the key with every single one of them. And I dinged like a week ago. And I did that because I followed that system. And also doing that, and you don't necessarily have to do it if you see him grow bigger and more reddish, purple-ish, just move him. You also see stacks accumulating. Shit. God, our tech is so undergeared. Holy shit. I'm sweating healing this dungeon, folks. Holy crap. I never had to spam heal the way I have to spam heal this guy. He's absolutely like... He's so undergeared, but we're just like making it work, you know? Fuck. waste of a soul stone, man. This guy's getting crushed, man. We're doing it like one wipe at a time. Almost every single pull we wipe, and almost every single pull we just stand up and continue like nothing happens. He's gonna pull these. Should be fine. I shouldn't have to heal him. Honest to God, I don't know how we're gonna be able to do last boss with this thing. Well, the last boss doesn't really focus the tank, so we should be okay. But we're hoping to get this, chat. That's what we want. White Man Hood. Oh my god. Should I care about gold? No. I wouldn't.
What can I do for you? See you later.
Oh, do I have a deal for you?
What I would do is so what I would do is like basically running dungeons is already gonna give you a really decent amount of gold. Like running dungeon is pretty good in TBC in terms of gold making. And especially if you're not like enchanting or like whatever, you can always kind of like sell it to do like decent gold, like sell like greens and like whatever. It's not gonna be a ton of gold if you do that, but it's still gonna be like somewhat decent. You can also ask an enchanter, like maybe someone in your guild or like whatever. You can ask an enchanter, can you disenchant the greens? And then they'll do it, and then you can just sell the mats, and you're gonna make more profit doing that. But I'm enchanting mining. Okay, so you can disenchant the gear and then just sell the mats. You're gonna make more money that way than selling the gear at the vendor. But the only thing that you need in a way, first of all, like obviously your spells and like whatever. But the most important thing would be like having your flying mount when you're gonna be level 70. And that's pretty far off, and I don't think you need to like worry about that right now. Because there's ways about it. Like the dungeon that I'm running right now, like all the dungeon here, all the dungeon in Tempest Keep in this area, all require a flying mount to get there. So if you don't have a flying mount to get there, then you can't run these dungeons. So having level 70, having a flying mount at level 70, which is going to cost you like 1k or 900 gold, depending on the reputation that you have when you get there. Basically, if you don't have it, it prevents you from running certain content at endgame, but there's ways around it. Like, for example, if you have a warlock into your group, you can get summoned to the dungeon, and you don't need to have a flying mount. That's one example. So, just pretty much the only example, to be honest. But, yeah. So, I wouldn't worry that, like, if you can get 1k gold, then do it. The rest is more like you'll have to buy like mats, you'll have to buy like your gems, you know, like your gems like here, like the plus 13 healing and like whatever. And these are gonna cost a lot of gold. Like the best gem that you can put in each slot is about like 100 gold ish each. So like you'll need a lot of gold eventually. But I am the one that thinks that while leveling, I don't think it's worthwhile for you to focus on the gold. I think you should really just focus on getting as much rep as possible. And I'm not the ultimate authority on any of that stuff. You know, don't get me wrong. It's not like I know the absolute like ultimate truth, but that's the way I prefer. Because like right now I have a lot of time, but eventually I won't. So I'll have to just like raid log kind of thing. You know, I'll just log in for stream pretty much, and that's pretty much it. Like, and if you don't have a lot of time, like where you need to prioritize, in my head, it's like the more you do with one thing, the better it is. And now running the dungeons and focusing on the rep is basically killing like 3 birds with 1 stone. So it's just overall, it's just more, I guess it's more efficient if you do the rep grind to level, because like the levels are gonna come, you know, the rep doesn't come. The rep, you have to go out of your way to farm it. Well, while you farm rep, you're gonna get XP anyway. It's like a byproduct of farming rep is getting XP, you know? Fuck, that's bad. Casting time. Please. Should I care about leveling and enchanting? No. If you're only 160, I wouldn't. Like if you'd already be 300 and you want to like find stuff like as you level and whatnot, I would be, yes, definitely go for it, because it's going to be a good money maker. But right now, no, it's not worth it. He moved all out of sight. No. Like right now, what could be useful for you is if you want to make gold, because you're going to need gold to level enchanting, especially because you're not yet at 300. So you'll have to buy the mats of vanilla enchanting. So I would, if I were you, there's 2 choices that you have. Either you give me 1 second. All right, sorry, I needed to reactivate my my computer. My laptop went to sleep. So the options that you have is either you sell all of your either you sell all of your mats, so you disenchant everything from dungeons, then you sell everything to make as much gold as possible, and then you use that gold either for gear or for leveling enchanting by buying the mats that come from Classic WoW. So either you do that, or the other option that you have is you just hoard everything. You literally disenchant everything that you can, and you just shove everything in your bank, and you just whenever you'll finally be the appropriate level, then you'll be able to already have mats in your bank for you to enchant your own gear. Or, like, I guess it's kind of like a similar option, but whatever, is you disenchant everything. You keep the mats in your bank. And then you you basically hire another enchanter to enchant your gear, but you'll already have the mats. Yeah, I have a ton of green gear in my bank. That's like 11. Oh, yes, it's true. It's true. Fuck. I mean, I really believe that at this particular moment, like, leveling professions is good, but it's not like, it's not a priority, I would say. But it depends, again, it depends on the way you want to play the game, man, you know? Like, if for you, profession is like something you really care about, and it's like, you know, like, you're just really into that, and it's like a big part of your game that's like a lot of your concern and like whatever, and you enjoy doing it, then I'd say, dude, go for it. Take time off of leveling, level your professions, and do whatever. Like, you know, ultimately there's no right way to play this game, you know? It's really about playing it the way that you want, and I think that professions are really, like, TBC is the golden age of profession in the entirety of World of Warcraft. It's where the professions are the most relevant, they're the strongest, and they're all of that stuff. So
when I call on you
To do your heavy lifting.
please tell me he didn't do the other as well. Yes.
prance around like an overstuffed peacock, I'll call on you.
Then I'll commit.
What do you know about commitment? Jesus.
You're the one who should be.
Why is he saying sorry? I'm the one who feared. He's trying to take credit for something that I did. No, yeah. I mean, it's not his fault. He doesn't know, but he's making so much mistakes. I don't think I should level it because I won't be enchanting my gear anytime soon. At least that's how I see it, at least. Yeah. And especially, like, you have enchanting, but then your other profession is like mining. So with mining and enchanting, what you could do is you could just make a shit ton of gold with these two by just selling the mats. So I think that's a very decent option, especially if it's low. Just like, you know, I don't know, use these professions to make a lot of money and not necessarily to like make your own gear or make your own enchants and like whatever. Just do whatever you can to you know, to make a lot of money, and then just purchase whatever you need, because you'll make so much money with these professions anyway that you can just purchase the mats, you know. And how are you enjoying your class? Are you still enjoying it as much? Should I keep the green gear in my bank then? I would. I would not sell it, because like, you're gonna make more money by disenchanting the gear and selling the mats, or if you disenchant the gear to like leave it in your bank, to leave the mats like in your thing, then it's kind of like, no, you'll just be hoarding onto nothing. But since you can't disenchant anything right now, I really think that like, I don't know, like, if you're desperately in need of gold, then you could just sell the gear, to be honest. But I think, like, in the end, in the long run, it's just gonna be like, selling the gear is a short-term solution. Selling the gear is a short-time solution if you want like a little bit of money right now. But if you're thinking long-term of something that's just like a better investment of like your time for gold making, whatever, then it's better that you hold on to all of your greens and just disenchant whenever you'll be able to. Or even ask another enchanter if they can't disenchant for you, and then you can give him a little tip and something, and then they're just gonna give you the mats. But one thing you can do, if most of the gear that you're gonna have is gonna be greens anyway, it means they're gonna be bind on equip, right? And if the thing is bind on equip, you can try linking it. I'm not sure. I know I have like, you know, I've set up like a moderator that's like an automatic moderator, and I'm not sure if it's gonna allow you to link it, but try to link it, see if it works, and if not, try to just explain it to me with words. Think it worked? Yeah, I think it worked. Haha. Yup. Yep. That is that's slaughter green. But you have green in there that's like from classic, right? That's from vanilla. And I see that you have mats like, you know, you have like lesser eternal essence. You have like a bunch of these stuff. And these are like mats from classic, but they're like early level enchanting, like from like 1 to 50 kind of thing. You should just sell these. Like there are some people that are like leveling alts right now that they're leveling enchanting from like 0 to 300 kind of thing by purchasing all of the materials that they need. And you can, if you put very so if you put like what's it called, if you put like low level like lesser eternal essence also that I saw that you had in the bank, whatever, if you put these, there's a really big market for these right now. You can actually sell them quite well. The blues and most good from vanilla. If they're from vanilla, just disenchant everything and just try to use whatever you have, disenchant everything, and try to get to the 200 threshold that allows you to disenchant the TBC stuff. Oh man, this run is such a pain. It's like we're wiping almost every single pool, and basically at this point we've been in here for like 30 minutes. And we're like halfway in the dungeon. Alrighty. Normally, I would never renew a tank before pull. Stop moving! He's trying to like kite around by jumping everywhere, but then he like line of sights me when I'm about to cast a heal or whatever, and he gets 2 shots by mob. I can't afford to have a heal line of sight. It's just like, dude, calm down with the movement. There's supposed to be a succubus on the right side. Did we get this one? Here? Looks like it. All G. So I don't know if this boss has any different mechanic on Heroic.
At last, a target for my frustration.
Don't worry about me. Kill that worthless dullard instead.
Okay, so this dot is undispellable. I can't dispel it. Can I mass dispel it, maybe? No.
Defend yourself!
You want to bet he's gonna get knocked in the other bus? I knew it. I knew it.
I've grown used to cleaning up.
I literally called it right before it happened.
God! Knew this was the only way.
Congratulations.
Okay, we're gonna need the armaments. What's that?
Years.
Critical strike? Nah. Oh, it looks nice though. Look at that. Can you see it? That looks nice. Alright, so we learned a new pattern. Use Sonic Spear. Alright. I don't know if it's good or not. Whatever. One thing that's really good here is we only have 1 melee. So we really like that.
It is unwise to anger me.
Okay, we're gonna cast a new renew on the tank.
That is much better.
Oh yeah, I can't heal him. Do you think I should keep mining at 70? It's up to you, man. I think that having, you know, like, I think that having two, like, professions that aren't necessarily crafting or whatever is going to be a little hard. Because you'll have, basically, you'll have two crafting professions, right? You'll have two crafting positions, but no, what's it called? Nothing to gather. So which means everything you'll have to do, like with jewel crafting or whatever, everything you'll have to do, you'll just have to buy everything. So like, in my mind, you know, it's like, you'll have enchanting, which is like self-sufficient. It's like a gathering and a crafting at the same time. So enchanting is fine, it's its own thing. But with respect to jewel crafting, like, there's a lot of people that do it. I know people that are going like jewel crafting and like tailoring, for example, or jewel crafting and engineering or something, you know, like, there are people that do it, but it means that you need to have a fuck ton of gold, because you're gonna have to buy every single thing. Every single mat that you'll need, you'll have to buy it. And yeah, like I said, like there are people that do it. Like, I know people that do that, but I'm just not one of them. I'm the kind of person that when I play WoW, I really rarely have like gold, honest to God. Like, normally I have like, I'm known by my friends to be like, you know, like poor Fugeki, like I'm always, like, right now I have flying mount, and I'm sure most of my friends are just like, dude, Fugeki has a flying mount, like, what the hell is this? You know, like, he never has flying, like, he never, I played most of my vanilla stuff, right? Most of my vanilla stuff, I did it with like a level 60, like level 60 mount. I didn't even have like my 100% mount for the majority of like classic WoW, because I just didn't have money. Well, not money, gold, you know. They have 100% mount. So yeah, see, that's the thing. Like, I feel like it's really hard to make, like, a good thing with professions is your capacity to make money, to make gold out of professions, you know. And the thing is, if you need to buy everything to craft an item, then whenever you're gonna sell that item, your profit of margin is gonna be so much lower, because you'll have lost money purchasing the items that the stuff that you need, instead of just farming it. Alright, that's the best I could do. I was thinking of going blacksmithing as well, but it seems really expensive and hard to max out. You're absolutely right. You are absolutely right. But one thing you have to keep in mind is in what's it called? In TBC, professions are like Like, just, I'm just gonna give you an example, and I know it's the same for blacksmithing. I just don't know like the names of the thing for you know, like for like warriors and rogues and like all of that stuff, and other stuff that required, like hunters also I think are gonna use blacksmithing to some extent. But so see, for example, this, the primal mooncloth robe that I have increases healing by 121 with 2 sockets, 10 MP5 and 20 Intel Spirit. So this is a craft item, okay? Like, this item is gonna be best in slot until the Black Temple. Until Hyjal, sorry. It's gonna be until basically phase 5. So like, even all of the gear that I can get from Gruul's Lair, Magtheridon's Lair, all the raids that I can do right now are not better than this crafted gear, and most of the gear that I'll be able to farm from the other dungeons after and from the other raids or whatever are still gonna be not as good as this particular piece of gear right there. So it's like, crafted gear in TBC is absolutely insane. It's so good. It's gonna last you for so long. You're basically gonna last like 6 months with that one piece of gear if you're able to craft it. So in my mind, like, investing in professions like blacksmithing, tailoring, leatherworking, that you can craft your own gear, in a lot of expansions it's completely irrelevant, but in TBC it's actually super strong. So if you had to drop like mining, for example, if you had to drop enchanting or like whatever, and just to be completely frank with you, I'm an enchanter, okay? I'm an enchanter. I'm not even max level enchanting. I've been very, very thorough with leveling all of my professions, and I've been very careful, followed guides and like all that stuff, and I'm still not max level, and it has cost me a lot. Enchanting cost is the most expensive profession. You can have a lot of profit by having really rare recipes that you're the only enchanter on the server, whatever, that can enchant these stuff. So you can make really good money with enchanting, but it costs so much to level. It's absolutely insane. That since you already have mining and your mining is going to be leveled up, if you would have one profession to drop, in my opinion, especially with the class that you play, I believe that you're going to be better off dropping enchanting, especially right now since you're only 160 and you have to level all the way the vanilla stuff, which is going to cost you a fortune, and then level again. I think you're better off just dropping enchanting and just do blacksmithing, because since you already have mining, you'll be able to mine what you need to level your blacksmith, right? You won't have to like purchase any of that stuff. You won't have to, you have to go out of your way, but it's still gonna be a lot easier for you to level. And after that, once you're gonna actually reach level 300 and you're gonna like level your blacksmithing in TBC and like all of that stuff, you'll be able to craft your own gear, which is going to be best in slot for basically like 6 months and probably more. So in my mind, blacksmithing is probably a better choice than enchanting. And yeah, if you would already be maxed out in enchanting, if you would already be maxed out with enchanting and stuff, I would not say this. I would say go with enchanting and like whatever, but since you already have like 150 skills to get already in enchanting from vanilla, I think it's just, I don't know. I would drop this one if I were you. And I would go with blacksmithing instead. I would keep mining, because they go well together. But like, again, it's like I can't tell you how to play the game. It's up to you, whatever you want. You know? My buddy's doing leatherworking at the minute, so I can probably get free gear from him as well. Yeah, very true. But I don't know how much. I don't know how much this gear is gonna be relevant to you. I don't know how much the enchanting gear is relevant to you as a. Oh no, you probably can, right? Because You're a rogue, right? And I'm just getting it right. I remember, I feel like last time I got it wrong. I want to make sure I get it right this time. So blacksmithing in TBC is really good for TBC and blacksmithing is really good for weapons. Yeah, so you can craft really good daggers with rogue, and that's basically where the use is. And you can make really good money as rogue in TBC for doing stealth runs. If you don't know what it is, you can check it out. There's many different guides out there. There's many different guides out there. If you look at like stealth runs, it's basically like you run through dungeons and you just like stealth your way through certain points in the dungeons when there's like adamantite what's it called, adamantite what's it called, like the nod, and then you just basically farm this. So you stealth. If ever a mob is coming your way, you just distract them, and you can sap the mobs that are close to the nods and blah blah blah. Anyway, you just do that whole thing, and you're able to farm mining on your own by running instances. And what's really cool about this system is because you're doing it in an instance, you don't need to worry about like world PvP. You don't need to worry about ganking. You don't need to worry about any of that stuff. Because you just loot everything that's in a dungeon. You're phased out. Nobody's gonna be able to attack you. So stealth runs for gold farming as a rogue, if you are mining, specifically mining, is actually the best way for rogue to make gold in TBC. So don't quit mining, is what I'm saying. Keep mining. Okay, we're almost done, chat. We're almost done. Woo. I'm not sure what happened to the tank that he got, like... I healed him and it basically did nothing. I wonder if one of the poisons of these guys is actually making a mortal strike effect. Yeah, I see so many fell iron nodes in Hellfire at the moment, but I'm not able to mine them yet. Yeah. Yeah, it's like what level is your blacksmithing? Not blacksmithing, sorry, is your mining? $216. Okay, that's not too bad. You're not too far off. You can probably, and right now, like the vanilla zones are probably completely empty. So if you want to give it a boost, and I don't know how much you need to be able to I don't know how much you need to be able to loot Hellfire stuff, but I'm sure you actually don't need max level. Nice. No. You need 300 for TBC. I'm not too far off. Yeah, it wouldn't take you long for you to get there. And like I said, the zones are probably empty. I think in this case it would be worth it, especially if you're considering switching to blacksmithing. I think it'd be worth it to take, like, you know, I don't know, like 2 hours or 1 day or something, and just get your mining to 300. That way you can start farming the TBC stuff like right away. Because then, like, as you're leveling and as you're going into these dungeons and do that stuff, whatever, you can accumulate mats, and you can keep the mats for yourself to sell off for whenever you're gonna be there in what is it? Like, you just keep the mats that are gonna be farming as you level.
Our struggle as artists isn't about appeasing the crowd.
And if anything, you can always
We create things as a reflection of this struggle. To study.
if anything, you can always just like sell the mats if you want, and you can just make a profit.
Benwave isn't necessarily a thing
So we're almost at last boss. I wonder how many times we're gonna wipe on that last boss. Yeah, definitely need another soul stone because yeah. This is one of the hardest last boss in the entire expansion, and it's the first time ever that I'm gonna be trying it on heroic. And this run so far has been an absolute pain in the butt. We literally had a warrior coming in thinking that this was normal. And I don't know how good his gear is. It seems good to me, honest to God. I see like a few epics, whatever. I'm assuming it's probably good. I don't know. I don't know warrior gear. Maybe it's super gear. But I'm used to running this with basically like druids that have like 18k health and they're like super tanky and whatever. And
the Naru kept some of the most dangerous beings in existence here in these cells. Let me introduce you to another. Yes, another! Your will is mine! Behold, yet another terrifying creature of incomprehensible power!
Where in Bonzo's brass buttons am I? And who it... That is one mother of a...
What is this? A lowly gnome? I will do better, oh great one.
Lowly? I don't care who you are, friend. No one refers to the mighty Millhouse Manastorm as lowly.
I might have done something stupid. Maybe I shouldn't have reloaded here, but...
But I will gladly join your fight against this impudent imbecile. Prepare to defend yourself, cretin. I just need to get some things ready first. You guys go ahead and get started. Summon up some water. Next, some protective spells. Yes, now we're cooking. And of course, I'll need some mana. You guys are gonna love this. Just wait. All right. Who ordered up an extra large can of whoop ass?
Anarchy. Bedlam. Oh, you are so wise. Yes, I see it now, of course.
Okay. How we're gonna be able to one-shot this this boss, chat? Are we gonna be able to do it?
I'm gonna light you up, sweet cheeks.
Okay, so far it's going alright. So far it's going alright.
One final cell remains. Yes, sir. Right away.
Alright.
It is a small matter
Chat,
to control
this
the
is the
mind of
moment.
the weak.
This is the time.
Their allegiance to
After
power
an
is untouched
absolute,
by time,
terrible,
unmoved
horrific,
by
horrifying
fate. No force
run,
of this world
will we
or
be
beyond
able to one-shot
powers
this
the
boss?
strength to bend on me. Not even the mighty Legion.
Welcome, oh great one. I am your humble servant.
I am not
Bear
confident.
witness to the agent
I am
of
not
your
confident.
demise.
But
Free in terror! Fate is written.
and of course he used my most important cooldown.
We span the universe in terror! The star.
No, we overlap.
Sweet cheeks. Horrors undreamed of. Your fate is written. We span the universe as countless as the stars. The chaos I have sown here is but a taste. I didn't even break a sweat on that one. Horrors undreamed of. I'm gonna light you up, sweet cheeks. Show you horrors undreamed of. I am merely one of infinite. Who's bad? Who's bad? That's right.
Okay, we did it. We did it, chat. That was the most scuffed thing ever. Friend just swiped for 3 hours on this bot and gave up. Trash harder than boss. Okay, woo! God, you know, like, the problem that I have is I was spamming Desperate Prayer, and Desperate Prayer is actually a macro that I have, and it's macro with like cancel cast and cancel form, because what I used to have that macro when I was playing Shadow Priest, and now I was spamming it in order to get a heal, and I died and I propped as a Guardian Spirit. But now the problem is I was spamming the macro. So when I actually got in, I because I spammed it, I automatically canceled my my Spirit of Redemption. So like I got into Spirit of Redemption for like half a second, it got canceled right away, because I could have healed the rest of the group for basically the rest of the fight without any issue. But then my cancel macro made it that yeah, my cancel macro basically canceled my form. So. The best of luck on your adventures. I'm just so relieved. And if I did it with this group, you know, the group was good, the DPS was good, it's just the tank was too undergeared. That was the problem. The tank was undergeared. That's the only thing. Outside of this, the group was actually really good. If it wasn't for that,
remember the lessons of
the run would have been like super smooth. But even with a massively undergeared tank, we still managed to get it done. Which to me, what I'm getting out of this run is that, like, after this, pretty much any group that we have, like, I know I'll be able to manage. Oh yeah, that's just me being an idiot. All right, let's go check. I'm gonna turn my my fell armaments and like whatever. I'm gonna go repair. Gonna do a little bit of what is it? Did I get my thing back? Oh yes, we sold our Eye of the Sea. We made a 263 gold, chat. That's good. So we're almost back at 1K. Look at that. Look at us go. Okay, I'm gonna turn my fell armaments to Ishana, trying to get a little bit more rep with the Aldor. After that, I'm going to end the stream. Right, how much rep does that give us? Some armament?
Seek the path of the light.
350 rep, which is pretty decent, and the Holy Dust. And we want the Holy Dust because Holy Dust is used for the glyphs. The glyphs that they give us in the... My bank is finally cleared. Ooh, what did you do? Did you put everything on the auction house?
All prices here are reasonable. Good health, long life.
Yeah, everything on auction house. That's good. You can make... You're gonna make decent money out of this, honestly. For me, if you can imagine, I don't know if you were here for the fight, but like, you know, we wiped on almost every single pull. Every single pull of that instance we wiped, or almost every single pull. And the last boss, yeah, you were watching, the last boss arrived and we actually one-shotted it. It was super scuffed, but we one-shotted it. And I'm just like, dude, how did that happen, you know? How did it happen that we wipe on trash the entire dungeon and then we just one-shot one of the hardest boss? One of the hardest boss in the entirety of the expansion.
Remember the lessons of the
Trash
past.
is out of it, but yeah, exactly. Just like, holy shit. The trash was like one-shotting the tank. The only thing that's hard on this boss, the only thing that's hard is he has a mechanic that it's like a mind flay. So he mind flays one target, and after mind flaying that target, it basically drains their HP to 0. So you need to spam heal on the person that's being mind flayed. And at some point, he mind flayed me and nobody healed me, so I just died. All right, 2 badges of justice. Look at that. 27 badges. 27 badges, which means... $27 badges were... So, we want 41. 41 is what we're aiming for. I'm gonna show you folks what... Have you played any arenas yet? No. Honestly, that's the next step. But if I can be completely honest with you, like, I play WoW to play arena. Like, I'm an arena player. That's what I do. That's my fun in playing the game, is doing arenas. The problem is I have no resilience gear. 0. I have like 2 pieces of gear that have resilience. So I have to farm gear that has resilience in order for me to be able to kind of like do decent. And the only way to get, most of the way to get resilience gear is by doing arena. So I'm kind of like a little in a little predicament here. But I will be doing arena, even if I don't have resilience, even if I'm going to get one shot, even if I'm doing whatever, I still want to do arena. It's just that, like, since arenas are made available on Thursday, like, to me, the most important thing is I wanted to get revered with every single rep. So I'm just going to show you basically real quick. So I know my UI is like a little bit in the way, but basically these badges that we get, the badges are used to buy really good weapons at this vendor here that's called Garrus. And for me, I know I will need like the Tears of Heaven, which is a Helden offhand. It's like one of my best in slot. That's like really good. So I know I'll need that. But I want to save because the first thing I want to buy, I think the Bishop's Cloak is also a best in slot for me. Or like close to best in slot or something. But what we want, what I'm saving for is this here, the Essence of the Martyr, which costs 41 badges. So I'm gonna buy this first because this is by far the best trinket that I can get for PvE. And even for PvP it's really good. So like, I want to get this as fast as possible. So I'm saving all my badges to purchase this. And the best way, the only way to get badges is to farm heroics. But also the daily, when you do the daily dungeon, you get an extra 2 badges. So you want to make sure you do your daily every single day. Like take an hour just to do the dungeon, do the like whatever, and then you're kind of like off and you can do your thing. But what was I saying? Oh, we were talking about arena, and then I said like, oh, I'm gonna come back to it. But what specifically was I talking about? Oh yeah, the other thing is I also don't have teammates. You know, like all of my teammates for arena are on a different server, and I'm on Fairlina right now, and I'm basically waiting for I had to transfer this character. This character was on a dead server when TBC released. I started playing again. Well, not when TBC released. When TBC was announced, I was like, oh, I'm going to start playing. I'm going to level a priest to max level, which is what I did preparing for TBC. But my priest was on a dead server. So I needed to transfer him to Faralina. But I did not know that when you character transfer, you have a 3-month cooldown to be able to do it again. So I transferred to Faralina, did my stiff, leveled up, did some raids, got some gear in preparation for TBC, maxed out my professions, all of that stuff. And then when TBC was announced, it was like, oh, TBC is announced and it's going to release in like 3 weeks. And basically a month. And everybody was just like, what the fuck, man? Like, are you kidding me? Like, you're announcing now that pre-patch is in 2 weeks and the expansion is out in a month? Like, what the hell? So when I transferred, I knew there was a 3-month cooldown, but I thought I had enough time to have my cooldown off for when TBC releases. And when TBC was announced, all of my friends started playing again, and all of my friends started playing again, but they were on a different server. And they're all on the same server, and I can't transfer to their server until my cooldown is down. And my cooldown is gonna be done on the 25th. So on the June 25th. So all of my friends, all of my PvP partners, all of my arena partner are on a different server that I can't queue with them. So right now I just have to find a random person that is willing to queue arena with someone that has no resilience gear, and we're gonna go against team that have resilience gear, because a lot of people prepared for that in the launch of vanilla. In the launch of TBC, in the pre-patch, there was like that thing that for 2 weeks people like farmed BGs a lot to get a ton of arena points, so that when they go into a ton of honor points, so that when they go into TBC, they already have a ton of honor points, and then they could just buy PvP stuff without having done arenas. So a lot of people already have like 4 or 5 pieces of PvP because they have accumulated arena points in the pre-patch. And I wasn't able to do that. I wasn't able to play in the pre-patch because I moved to this apartment during the pre-patch. And I didn't have internet for an entire week, so I basically couldn't play. I couldn't farm anything. So I'm really behind, and I know that it sucks. But even though I'm a skilled player and I've done arenas to like a high level in retail and like whatever, even though it's the case, gear matters so much in TBC that as long as I'm not gonna have resilience gear, I'm gonna get crushed. So I'm gonna do it. So we're gonna do it. We're gonna have fun with it. I'm gonna try not to get pissed at it because I know it's a matter of gear and like whatever. But it's gonna be not too much fun for the beginning, that's for sure. Are you planning to swap servers then? Yes, I will swap on Netherwind server. So all of my friends are on Netherwind, and I'm waiting for my cooldown to be done. It's supposed to be done on June 25th, and on that date, I'm going to transfer to the Netherwind server, and I'm going to be playing there after. So I don't know. I don't think you were there like yesterday or something like that, but if you're not aware, I also have a YouTube channel, and my YouTube channel is the same as my Twitch. It's called Fugeki22. You can look it up if you want. And 3 days ago, I was looking at just to do like a heroic. I was kind of like, I want to do a heroic, and there was a daily in Steam Vault. So I was kind of like, I'm going to do a heroic in Steam Vault, and it's going to get rid of the daily at the same time. So might as well do that. So I was just spamming in chat, healer, looking for groups, Steam Vault, whatever. And then there was another group, a random person that was kind of just like, hey, looking for a healer for Steam Vault. And I was heroic. And I was kind of like, okay, sure, I'm going to join. So I joined that group. And it turns out that that group was for Swifty. Like the Swifty, like I don't know if you know about him. I don't know if you've heard about him, but he's like a real legendary WoW player. He's like one of the most influential WoW player of all times. And Swifty was just there. Like the group was basically for him to help him get his weapon. And I had no clue. I just joined someone in the trade chat and looking for group chat that was just looking for a healer. And so I ended up doing 2 runs with Swifty. And I recorded the runs. It was my first heroic slave bands and my first heroic Steam Vault ever. So I recorded them and I put them on YouTube. So they're there for you to watch from my point of view if you're interested. But it's just this idea that on Faralina, there's just big names. You know, you have the Sidhu, the Venruki, the Peo, the Swifty, you have Asmongold, you have all these people, you know, whatever. Like everyone is on Faralina. So it was really cool for me to be with them. But I like on this server, but I never did anything with these guys, you know. So for me to be there didn't really matter because I'm not part of their community. But then I just like, I'm about to transfer in a week, and right before transfer I ended up doing like 2 runs with one of the most influential WoW player of all time. So I'm just like, that's awesome. Like, I would have not have been able to do that on the Netherwind server, but at the same time it's like, I would rather, you know, like, I would rather play with my friends. And all of my friends that I'm talking about, they're all like real life friends, you know, like they're like they're like friends I went to high school with. Back in the day I used to play tennis like professionally, or like under 18, but I used to play like international tennis tournaments under 18. And like one of my training partner back in the day, he's like one of my really good friends to this day, is like part of these guys. So all of my like real life friends of people that I met, that I've encountered with, we went out to clubs and like drink our asses off like when we were younger, like whatever, they're all on that server. So for me it's just like, you know, the value of playing with these guys, the value of playing with my real life friends, in comparison to having a chance of being in a group with a popular streamer, it's completely unbalanced. Like, I'm gonna pick my friends every single time, you know. The only interaction I've had with a popular streamer in WoW is killing Soda Poppin' in World PvP on retail. That's awesome. See, that's absolutely great. It would have been cool if that would have been caught, you know, either like recording or something, and like me clip it or whatever. Maybe you can probably find his stream and just clip it or something, you know. But that's pretty cool. You know, you can go out there and tap yourself on the shoulder and be like, well, I killed Soda Poppin' once, you know. Like, that's, you know, that's something. That's cool. I like that. You know, these are really cool stuff. So yeah, it's just, I can have these kind of interaction, even what you just talked about. Like, these are kind of interactions that like I can do like on Fairlina, but I won't be able to have that as much on Netherwind for sure. The only chance that I have is that servers for Arena, they're cross region, which means when I'm gonna be doing PvP, when I'm gonna be doing arenas, there's a chance that I might queue against Sea-Doo, there's a chance I might queue against Venruki, I might queue against Snuts and against like all these big guys, which is really cool because for me it's like I want to play against these guys to show how much worse of a player I am, you know, and how much I need to improve and like all of that stuff. And it's really good for content too. Even right now, what I did with the Swisty stuff, you know, it's like, you know, I'm just minding my own business, man, playing the game, doing my own thing and whatever, and then suddenly you just have like, oh, I played 2 or 3 arena games against Sea-Doo. I'm just gonna put them into one PvP video and just, you know, like do a thing and like put it on YouTube and just be like, oh, 2 or 3 games against Sea-Doo, you know. And some people will want to watch that. Some people will want to watch a random streamer or a random dude that just played game against one of the best players out there and get fucking annihilated, you know. So it's like, some people like that kind of content, and it helps me create content when I'm when I can attach my content to one of the big names like I did with Swifty. So I'll be losing that, switching server, but I'll still have the chance of creating that content through Arena. And to be honest, I want most of my content from now on, because like that's where the direction that I'm going. Most of my content is going to be Arena anyway, because that's what I do. Like, I play the game to do Arena. So, you know, playing games against these guys out there, competing, maybe winning a few games, you never know, you know, like that'd be really cool. But I doubt that I'm gonna win that much game, because my friend on the Under server is playing an Enhancement Shaman, and Enhancement Shaman Discipline Priest is an absolute horrible trash comp. So I don't know if I'll be able to ever win against these guys. Anyway, chat, it's gonna be the end for me. It's gonna be the end for me. I didn't sleep much last time. Last night I had I felt so sleepy today. I want to make sure I get things right. Tomorrow I will not be streaming off stream. Like, I'm gonna be streaming at 10:30 p.m. EDT like usually. So make sure you come and check me out same time as usual. If ever there's anything happening, for those who don't know, if ever, sometimes, because it's a TBC launch, I just wanted to invest a lot of time in the game to set myself up correctly. So I oftentimes streamed off schedule. It's not something that I like to do, and as it's gonna progress, I'm gonna come back to streaming only on schedule. But if ever I stream off schedule, or for some really weird reason I can't make it on stream, the place to find that out is on Twitter. If you follow me on Fugeki22 on Twitter, that's where you're gonna see my updates. Also, make sure to check my YouTube, see some videos out there. Right now, I recorded a video that teaches, it's like a tutorial to how to do Primal Mooncloth, for those who don't know. So So this is gonna be also there like in the next 2 days or so. I'm gonna do the edits and put it out there. So little tutorials to how to meld Primal Moonclaw, so make sure to check that out as well. And if you're interested to just see my run with Swifty, then just go on there and see it. It's not like there was any particular interaction. It's just I did my job as a healer and he was in the group. But if you're interested in just watching what it feels like from a healer's point of view to heal a heroic dungeon, then you're more than welcome to check it out, maybe get some tips. And eventually these videos, when I'm gonna get more clear about every single run, when I will have done the heroics many times over and I'll have tips and tricks, I'm going to do videos that is going to be about, you know, like teaching, like as a disciplined priest or as a holy priest, how to run this dungeon, when to pop your trinkets, what to look out for, when to pop your cooldown, what to do on this spell. So I'm going to do a very thorough, in-depth tips and tricks on how to run each heroic for a holy priest. So in the future, that's also something to check out. But just make sure to go out there, follow, hit the bell button to have some notifications to see when I'm going to have new content. And Cruel Decision says, all right, had some fun watching your stream. Thank you so much. Thanks for streaming. Thank you. And the tips, it's my pleasure. And thanks for you to come in here and engaging with me. It's absolutely amazing. I love sharing my knowledge with people, and I love creating, you know, like amazing connections with people. So it's really cool that you're here and we're able to share that. That's really awesome. Get some rest. Thank you. I definitely will. So chat, thank you so much. I'll see you tomorrow 10:30. And again, go follow my YouTube. Go follow my Twitter if you want to have notifications of what's going on. And thank you so much and have a great night. Bye bye.